So today we'll start understanding multi-threading. So here, like exception handling, in multi-threading also there are two words. Exception handling, like that. Multi-threading, thread, multi-threading. Two words are there. So what is a thread? What is a multi-threading? Simple. A thread is a flow of execution path. A thread is a flow of execution, independent sequential flow of execution path. Then what is a multi-threading? Multiple independent sequential execution paths. Okay, tell me, you want to come to our third floor, this building, from the ground floor to come to the third floor, how many paths are there? Huh? Two paths, sir. For you, I asked. Why you are showing extra talent? How many paths are there for you to come to third floor? That is what my question. How many paths are there? Only one path. Tell me now. You or people are there down, and some people are there in the classroom. Now these people while going, these people go out. Can you come inside? Yes. You cannot come. You have to wait in the ground floor. After all people are going, then only you can go. Okay? Understand? So, while people are moving on the steps, people who are going outside, the people who want to come inside cannot come. They have to wait. Why? Why you are waiting? Because it is one way. It is a one-way path, not two-way path. Okay, when one train is coming on the track, other train should not come. If come, what is a train accident will happen. Okay, because only one path is there, two trains cannot go. Now, in Java also, by default, we have how many paths of execution? One path. That is main thread. What the path? Main thread. Now, all the methods you are calling, M1 method, M2 method, M3 method, all methods you are calling are loaded into main thread and logic executed in this main thread. He is ready to go, but this fellow is not yet come down. So he has to wait until he is coming down. That means he has to finish its execution. Then only he is allowed to start his execution. I call M1 method, M2 method, M3 method in main method. Until M1 method execution not completed, can M2 start its execution? No. Then is it a time waste? No time waste. Because a method can execute only, JVM can execute only one method at a time. What happened here? Actually, all students left. This only one fellow is there waiting and talking to the faculty, clearing his doubts. He is wasting the time. The faculty and the student, if they come down and discuss outside on the road, then these people can go inside the classroom. Now, M1 method execution, somewhere execution is paused. PAUSED, paused. Okay. Because of maybe taking the input from the user or maybe reading data from database, some reason the execution is paused. Then, is M2 method has a chance to execute? When this M1 method execution is paused, can that ideal time, free time used by M2 method execution? No, because the M2, M1 methods are called sequentially one after one. Means now the main method contains M1 method call. Then after M1 method call, what is there? M2 method call. After M1 method completed, it has to return here. Then M2 has a chance to execute. Everyone understand that? So when execution is passed, any chance to come back to main? No. Any chance to make a call to M2? No. That is where program execution becomes sequential. Sequential program execution takes more time because the paused time cannot be used for other methods to execute. All people understand? Yeah. Tell me, if this floor having one more path for the people to go outside and people to come inside. While the people are going out, these people at the same time can come into the class. So the walking time will be saved. Faculties no need to stop the class 15 minutes to 20 minutes early. Half an hour to 40 minutes of the time no need to waste between the classes. Are you following? Now, like how you constructing two paths to make the people to move fast, same way in JVM also we have to construct one more path. By default we have what? Main method. Now we need to create one more path. That path is nothing but what? Thread. What we call it as thread. So main is a thread. Now like main thread, we should create one more thread. Then don't call M2 method in first thread. Call M2 method where in second thread. When first thread execution is passed, is there any problem to me? Then JVM immediately shift to second thread, calls M2 method and execute. When M2 method execution is passed, it is shifting to main thread, continues its execution in the main thread. So M1 main thread, M1 method, a main thread, main thread and this new thread, both are executed simultaneously. Okay, this simultaneous execution flow is called what? Concurrent flow. What we call? This is called concurrent flow. So what is a multi-threading? Multi-threading is the process of creating multiple threads inside JVM for executing multiple independent tasks. What tasks? Independent. Independent task means M1 is a separate task, M2 is a separate task. M2 is not using the values of M1. M1 generated values are not using any M2. Then they are called what? Independent tasks. So what is a thread? A thread is a sequential flow of execution. What is a multi-threading? Creating multiple threads to execute multiple independent tasks concurrently to save. Okay, concurrently for completing their execution in less time. Again repeating, what is a multi-threading? Multi-threading is the process of creating multiple threads for executing multiple independent tasks concurrently to complete their execution in less time. How? By using CPU ideal time effectively. That means when this thread execution is passed, CPU is free. That free time can be allotted to second thread. By using CPU ideal time effectively, we can complete their execution fast. Is it clear, guys? Right. So what is a thread? What is multi-threading? Let me take another example. Tell me, olden days, if you consider highway roads, there are only two lanes are there with white color, just one line strip line mark will be there. Right? Some vehicles are coming this direction, some vehicles are coming this direction. When people are sleeping, this vehicle will go and hit that vehicle. Right? If the driver got sleeping and if he unable to control the sleeping, what he will do? He will go and hit this vehicle. Finally, accidents are happened. Then now government has taken a decision, what? Develop multi-threading on roads. This is a one road now. Yes. Side of this road, construct one more road with a solid divider. Okay. And this road is again divided into two parts. Now vehicles are going, fast going vehicle will be here, slow going vehicle will be here, fast going vehicle, slow going vehicle. These vehicles are going this direction. And these vehicles are coming this direction. And tell me, because of these 4-lane roads, now the journey is also faster or not? In this slow vehicle, if front going vehicle is a small mini auto is going, background BMW car is coming. Until this fellow is giving the side, he cannot go. Even though it is a 200 km speed driving vehicle also, it cannot go. So it is wasting the time, right? This model is changed to what? Multi-thread model. Are you following? Yes. If one of the driver this way is feeling sleepy, he will go and hit to where? Divider, and he will only die. Other people are safe. or he will go this side and die. Okay, no problem. He can die. He is having that facility, but he should not hit other people and kill them, right? When he feels sleepy, he has to park the vehicle side and sleep fully and then go for driving further, right? But he's in a hurry to deliver the goods to the destination. So in driving also, he is, while sleeping also he's driving and finally getting problem. Done. So finally, hope you understand multi-threading?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, let me take one more example, last example. This is our favorite example, which from the day beginning we are following. What is that? Bank application. Okay, again bank application came into picture. Okay, in a bank, you went for deposit money. Then there is a queue na. According to Java, what is this queue? According to Java, what is this? Thread. Okay, it's a path na. It's a path. So what is this path? It is a thread. This is a depositing thread. In this thread, people are coming for performing an operation called what? Deposit. Deposit method is called inside the thread. First person, second person, third person, fourth person, fifth person, dot, dot, dot. 50th person is there. Total 50 people are there in this queue. Now here the counter cashier is sitting here and then taking the application form. This first person almost there here at the counter for 5 minutes. What about the remaining people? They have to wait. And they silently standing there. This last 50th person is I. I taken 5 minutes permission to go to HDFC Bank to do my deposit operation. Between the class, I got 10 minutes gap. So 5 minutes permission I taken and go. Then this fellow is eating the time they're happily sitting. Now I have to go back to the class and to take the session. Then what is my position? I will be happier. I am getting tension and getting angry and then shouting, "Tumri fellow, what are you doing there? Complete the deposit fast. Whatever it is, been 5 minutes you are there." Then I'll shout. By shouting me, by listening my shouting, remaining people also started shouting. Generally, we burning inside. If somebody raise the voice, remaining people also will join with that voice. We don't raise our voice, okay? Because even the questions over. Why unnecessary problem? Let me stand silent. Okay. Now why is wasting the time? He don't know how to fill the form properly. So he is standing here and asking the cashier how to fill the form. If he is coming outside, take other person help, then these people will go and complete the deposit form. Na? Deposit operation. Then because I am shouting here, the manager there in his cabin is coming out and seeing why he is shouting, what is happening. Then he noticed that there are some other cashiers are happily sitting backside and doing batakani. They are talking each other and wasting. Then look at our worst fellows. What you are doing? These many people are there. Why don't you open another counters? And tell me, what is the meaning of opening another counters? Create another thread. Create another thread. One more thread. One more thread. Then immediately what happened? The people who are standing in this queue will spread into these queues. Na? Finally, this queue become empty. Yes, sir. Whenever new queue open, we are running there to become first person. But finally, the existing queue will become empty. Now the question is, carefully understand. If you want to run multiple tasks in less time, you should execute them in a separate threads. And tell me, what are you learning in multi-threading chapter? In multi-threading chapter, are you learning how to write logic? I didn't complete my question. Why you are replying? I have not completed my question. Why you are joining in the middle? Wait, let me complete question. Question number 1. What are you learning in this chapter? Are you learning here how to write logic? I didn't complete my question. When to answer, you don't know. When to answer, when not to answer, also you don't know. I gave 2 options, right? I didn't complete my options. Wait, finish. Again, repeating question. What are you learning in this chapter? In this chapter, we are learning. Are you learning how to develop logic?
No.
Ah. Huh? Oh, I'm taking pause. That's where you are expecting I'm getting answer from you. Okay, good. So finally, you're throwing stones on me one. It's my mistake, right? Okay, done. In this chapter, we are not learning how to develop logic. In this chapter, we are learning how to run the logic. Sir, already I learned now, sir. Olden days, up to now, we are learning running that program sequentially. Running multiple tasks, and each task is a one method. Multiple methods sequentially you are learning. But we want to learn sequentially or concurrently. Concurrently means at a time I want to execute. At a time means try to understand. Very, very important. In a thread one, M1 method logic is loaded. M1 method logic is running. Now, in another thread, also I have loaded M2 method. Then tell me, while M1 method is executing, can JVM execute M2 method? No, only one method can run at a time. Now, first JVM entered into M1 method to execute, running first line, running second line, running third line. At third line, execution is paused. Then only JVM will go to second method to execute. So multi-threading chapter is running two threads concurrently. You are only following my gestures, but not my question. Is multi-threading meant for concurrently? No. Listen question properly. Don't follow my gestures. What is the question I have asked? Is multi-threading meant for running two methods concurrently? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Is it meant for executing sequentially? Is it meant for executing parallel? What is the meaning of parallel? M1 is going in its own way, MT is going in its own way. At a time, both methods are running. That is called parallel. In this room, I am teaching. In that room, that faculty teaching. It is a concurrent or parallel. 4 to 6, I take in one batch. 6 to 8, I am taking another batch. Fast, don't answer. Sequential. M1 method, then M2 method. Then what is this? Sequential. After M1 method completed, we are going to M2. That is called sequential. At a time, I am only the faculty taking 2 sessions there and here. Then can I teach two different batches at a time? No. What I will do? I will take 15-minute session in this classroom and I'll go to that classroom, take 15 minutes. Again, I'm coming here, take 15 minutes. That means one JVM, one faculty can execute 2 tasks at a time? No. Concurrently only possible. What the meaning of concurrently or what the meaning of sequentially? While running one task, JVM cannot run other task. When first task execution is paused, then JVM shift to second task without wasting time. The paused time will be saved. If it is a sequential, if M1 method execution is paused, M2 execution has to wait. There is no chance to run. Understand my point? So finally, what did you understand in this chapter? Oh, in this chapter, I have to learn 2 concepts. Number 1, how to create a custom thread. How to create our own thread. Second, how to run my logic inside the custom thread concurrent. In this chapter, we have to learn only 2 points. Number 1, how to create a custom thread. Second, how to run our logic inside custom thread. That's it. 2 points if you learn this chapter complete. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Tell me, multi-threading chapter, easy or tougher? In your academics, multi-threading chapter is the most horrible chapter, crying like anything. But now in our class, it is after all, Bujji topic, because we are not learning how to write logic, because already we learn how to write logic. Then what we are learning now? How to run the logic. Okay, now I am taking, I want to create, okay, I'm taking test 0. Now take main method. I'm taking one class called example. Inside this class, I'm defining static void M1. Okay, I will do one thing. This one I will take later. First, let me teach you how to create a custom thread. Tell me. Pay attention, understand what question I'm asking, then answer. I'm expecting you give me correct answer. Okay? I want to create one student object in Java. What should I do? Come on. I want to create student object in Java. I want to create one student in Java. What should I do? Create class student and create new student, right? Next, I want to create one employee in Java. Class employee, new employee. Okay. I want to create one bank account in Java. Class bank account, new bank account. I want multiple students. Then I should create multiple classes or multiple objects. Multiple. Correct? Huh? Yes. Are you thinking what I am going to ask next? Yes. What I am asking next? Tell me, how to create a student? Student class student, new student. How to create employee? Class employee, new employee. How to create a bank account? In multi-threading chapter, what you have to learn? Then without creating thread, how can I run logic? And tell me what the question I'm about to ask now. How to create a thread? Tell me how. Create a class called thread and create new thread. That's all. One more thread I want. That's all. One more thread I want. That's all. Multi-threading chapter completed. That's all. Multi-threading chapter over. How simple it is. Shall I go next chapter? Collections. Listen. Code redundancy. Code redundancy. कहाँ से आया कोड रिडंडेंसी तुमको? मैं लॉजिक इधर उधर लिख रहा है क्या? तुम रिफेलर. Tell me now. Listen, very important. How can we create a custom thread? To create a custom means our own. How to create our own thread? By default, JVM providing one thread called main thread. If I run my project by using main thread, my project becomes sequential flow. Then time is wasting. Right? Then how to solve this problem? To solve this problem, simply we have to create our own custom. To create our own custom thread, what should I do? Simply, I have to have one thread class, create one thread class, and create objects from the thread class. Then all people understand? Yeah. Second question I'm asking. The class student is common to all projects or specific to my student project? Employee, bank account, thread. Tell me, I want to execute multiple tasks for student, for employee, for bank account. That means the thread class logic is common to all projects in Java. Na? Yes. When it is a common to all projects, who should develop? Sun Microsystems. So, do we need to think about this class how to develop? No. That must be developed and given by the Sun Microsystem only, na? Yes. So we have a predefined class called what? Thread. Okay, we have a predefined class called what? Thread. Look at that. I have a class called thread. Don't worry about implementing what and all, we'll discuss later. First, you concentrate only on thread. We have a class called what? Thread. So we no need to create thread. We just need to write thread th1 equal to, that's it, done. Custom thread ready. Okay. Custom thread object created, object execution started. Huh? Now you created a bank account object. Bank account one equal new bank account. What the meaning of it? Just object created. Is it ready for a deposit? Is it automatically depositing, automatically withdrawing? Student S1 equal new student. What the meaning of it? Just a student there in the classroom. Tell me, easy listening? No. Easy replying? No. Easy writing notes? No. Easy studying at home? No. No. No, I know. You guys are the most dangerous people actually. No. Not your batch, I'm not telling your batch. No, I'm saying that senior students are the most dangerous people. What these people are doing, they will catch the junior and say, "Array, sorry is not covering that point, Ra. Fastly going, Ra." Did you at least one day, did you ask them, are you studying daily? First of all, we ourselves, we did never study. Then how can we ask our juniors? At least one day, are you motivating your juniors? Array, daily class, if you study, next classes are easy, you will enjoy. Sir will teach every point internally. If you study, next points are easier. Are you motivating your juniors? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whom you are motivating? Huh? I have completed one of my which batch? Sir, he is going to join after this. Oh. I'm not asking future, I'm asking present. Okay. Now 11 o'clock batch student, yesterday I gave one assignment. Today I ask only one question. Did you complete yesterday assignment? Okay. All people, I just genuinely ask. Ray, please tell me genuine. All people raise two hands, not completed. Not one hand. If I give permission, legs also will up. Okay. I asked one student, why you didn't complete? He given a wonderful answer. Yeah, actually I went with my friends outside. Hey, okay, complete 24 hours you are there outside of the home. Yeah, actually I went to my brother's house. Okay. When you're going to your brother's house, why didn't you bring notes with you? You have assignment to complete. Tomorrow class you are coming. That means today assignment you have to complete. Definitely ask questions. Then why you didn't bring your notes? No answer. Then I got, actually if it is a old Hare Krishna, then I will cancel session. I used to go. But this is Hare Krishna 2.0 na. Okay. That's why I have started new chapter. because I don't want to scold them because it's unnecessary. There is no student who are taking my sadness seriously and not making me happy. People are taking my sadness as what? He is a mad fellow. People are feeling, mad fellow I am. So I'm not shouting anybody. I'm not showing my anger to anybody. Simply, I am going to next chapter. Today I explain them Eclipse. Because anytime I have to explain Eclipse now. So I explain Eclipse. So how to install Eclipse. Because Eclipse, how to install and all, I don't need to spend much time. Okay, even though I'm not in a good mood also, no need to worry. Just I install Eclipse, explain how to develop a program using Eclipse. I said, yesterday program, today Eclipse, you both practice and come. So class is cool. 2 hours completed. Good approach, na? Actually, my brother has told me this way of handling the classes 2 years back. He attended my class because for his company, BSNL is working. BSNL website is there, na? He moved from regular SIM department to the BSNL website handling department. He is now their manager. So as a manager, he should know what is happening in the website, na? They are coming and telling cocknable stories. He wanted to know, he want to understand the terminology. So I said them, okay, night 8 o'clock, night batch, Corona time. I asked them, okay, Jayan Bhaiya, you will listen something, you will understand something. Then he appreciated me, and I used to, that time I was too angry. Online and torture people, na? They never reply anything. So I used to scold them like anything. Sometimes I burst like anything. Then he called me, Are, why you are getting health issues yourself? Student means they don't study, ra? But I want study because I am putting all my efforts, no? Why you don't study? This much neatly I am explaining. Why don't you study? So then he told me, when you ask question, if people reply, continue. If not reply, next point you want to teach, teach. If you don't want to teach, silently go to next chapter. That's it. Student don't know now what you need to teach, what not to teach, what the next topic. You don't know. But I don't want to do that. I want to score and I want you study. Slowly, I change my mind. Okay. So tomorrow I will continue where I stopped today, because tomorrow my mind will be set up now. Every day I will not be angry. Na? Yesterday program is static variable, non-static variable, hiding, static method, non-static method, hiding, overriding, that big program there. Na? That is the program assignment I gave. I explained in the class. I asked them, find the output and come. How much you can do it. But no one did. Disappointed. Okay. So that's why in every batch, seniors, I'm asking, please motivate your juniors to study. If you send any of your juniors to my class, or you find any junior in the lab who are attending my class, just motivate them. Tell them, if you daily study, next class will be more easier. Don't waste time. Okay. Study something, remember something. Okay. Tell me now. You just come and sit in the class. Just object is there, but operations are happening. Same way, when I create thread th new thread, is a thread object ready? Yes. Thread object execution ready? No. Listen, I want to draw JVM architecture for this to understand. This is JVM. JVM divided into 5 parts: method area, heap area, Java stacks area. Remaining 3 parts I am not considering. Then inside this Java stacks array, by default we have one thread created by JVM, main thread. Daily I don't draw JVM architecture, only one day. Today I will write, and tomorrow onwards, yesterday I told you, remember, I'll say. If you don't focus, I cannot help you anything. Okay? Now tell me. When JVM started, this is the default setup. Hello, if you want to create a main thread, this is thread class must already loaded into JVM, na? Without loading thread class, how thread can be started? Thread class is loaded with all required variables, methods, constructor, all the nonsense. Next, if you want to create this thread, main thread, not you, JVM. JVM want to create main thread, then it implicitly one thread object created or not? Assume reference is 111. Who is holding this 111? JVM only. Then JVM itself for this thread object created thread of execution with what name? Main. Who did this entire setup? JVM. Now You want one more custom thread. One more custom thread. Then now you created your test class. Now the test class is loaded. Ardhamavutunda? Test 01 with what? Main. If any point is not understand, ask me, I'll repeat again. Don't say repeat, sir. If you ask repeat, madre. Where is the doubt? Point the doubt. Okay, don't ask me to repeat, I don't repeat. And I'm not scolding nowadays. Silently, I'm ignoring the questions. So you are having doubt, address the point where exactly you have the doubt. If I repeat, I will repeat again. Then you will not understand again, right? Now after this, inside main method, JVM, after class loading, after this class is loading, JVM, it itself is calling what? Main method. So tell me, main thread execution is started with what? Main thread, main method. Main thread execution starts with what? Main method. Inside main method, what you did? Thread th1 equal to new thread. Then what is created? th1 variable is created. th1 variable is created. Inside heap area, another thread object is created with reference what? Tented. What is the name of this thread object? Whenever we ourselves creating thread, the name of this thread object is thread -0. I said, let me complete. You don't come in the middle. Yeah. When I am explaining, listen. Before I am completing statement, if you tell, my statements will not come to your brain. Before my voice, your voice only going. Understood? So when I ask repeat, then repeat. Before I'm completing statement, don't tell. Okay, na? Done. Come on. Again, created what? Thread object. Then what happened first? Test class is loaded. Inside test class, main method obviously. Then JVM is calling main method by itself. Then now the main method is loaded in main thread. Then for the first statement, thread th1 equal to new thread. th1 variable created. Then new thread creates a thread object. What is the name of this custom thread? Thread -0. Now the reference tension stored inside th1 pointing to this object. Okay, na? Everyone understand? Yeah. What is the meaning of custom thread? Custom thread means just a thread object? No. Custom thread means the thread of execution in Java stacks area. We are creating this custom thread for what purpose? To run my logic in custom thread. To run my logic in custom thread. To run my logic in the custom thread, what should we do? To run my logic in the custom thread, what should we do? We have to start this custom thread first of all, na? Just by creating thread object. Custom thread ready or not ready? Just a thread object is ready. All people tell me, once a student come into the class, I should ask him, listen. I should ask him, reply, listen, reply. These are the operations, na? Tell me, how can I start thread execution? How can I deposit money in the bank? Call deposit method, right? How can we withdraw money from the bank account? Same way. How can we start thread execution? Come on, guess. By calling start method. Inside thread class, we have a predefined method called what? Start. That's all. Custom thread ready. Hello? Yes. First task, what the first task? Multi-threading chapter is nothing but two things. Number one, create custom thread, run the logic in this custom thread concurrently with other threads. First topic completed. What is that? How to create a custom thread? To create a custom thread, we have to use the predefined class thread. Create thread class object and call start method. Custom thread ready. If I create only thread object, what is the problem? Only thread object created in Java stacks area. Sorry, in heap area. But in Java stacks area, thread of execution not start. To start thread of execution, I have to call what? Start. Then start method starts this thread of execution with what name? Not thread 0. thread hyphen 0. Don't pronounce off statement. Everyone understand how to create custom thread?
Yes.
Easier?
Yes.
Very, very easy. Now the next task. Ready?
Yes.
I want run my logic in the custom thread. Just by creating custom thread, just you come here and going, what the use of it? No use, right? You have to run in the classroom. The run ante not that side, this side running. Okay? Your brain should run in the class. Listen, carefully listen, question and answer. What is the initial point of main thread execution? Why you are using your brain? Look at the board, answer there. Why you guys are using brain, Babu? What is the initial point of main thread execution? Main method. Main method is the initial point of execution. If I want to execute any logic in the main thread, where I have to place that logic? In main method. Write the logic in the main method, then JVM execute that logic inside main thread. Okay, now?
Yes.
Repeating again. What is the second point we are trying to understand? How to run our logic in custom thread. Repeat again question. How to understand that point, instead of I directly giving answer, I'm trying to bring the answer from you. Ready? Yeah? What is the initial point of main thread? Main method. If I want to execute any logic inside main thread, I must place that logic inside main method. Who calls main method? Okay. Who start the main thread? JVM. Why confusion? Who start that main thread? JVM. Who calls the main method? Because JVM starting main thread, JVM only knows how to call the main method. Okay, na? Your friend has a bike. Who is starting the bike? Friend. Who is driving that bike? Friend. But you want to go along with the friend. What will you do? You will sit backside on the bike and then automatically along with his body, you also going, right? Same story. Main method, main thread is what? I mean, JVM is what? Friend. What is that main thread? Bike. JVM is a friend. Okay, now don't confuse. And the main thread is what? Bike. Main method is that wheels, who is running the bike. Okay. Now tell me, your body is our M1 method, M2 method logic. You place that logic inside the main method, then automatically it is executed. Understood? Who create the custom thread? JVM. By calling start method, you are instructing the JVM. Ray JVM, I want one new custom thread created. Then JVM say, okay, boss, created. How are you instructing the JVM execute main method? By calling Java class name. When I run Java class name, I'm instructing the JVM. Array JVM, in this class, main method is there. Go and execute. Okay, boss. Calling and execute. Following? Now, everyone understand. Who start the custom thread? JVM. By calling start custom thread. Who created custom thread? JVM. By calling start method. Who start the main thread? JVM. By running Java command. Because of Java command, main thread started, main method executed. Don't confuse. Okay, na? Next. How the custom thread started? By calling start method. When I call start method, is the start method creating custom thread? No. Start method instructing the JVM to create custom thread. Then tell me, the logic to run inside custom thread, I should call myself, I should ask JVM. Like main method it is calling, like how main thread has the initial point of execution to run our logic in main thread. For custom thread also, there should be one method as the initial point of execution to place our logic or not. Samajh mein aaya? Like main method, there should be one method for custom thread also to execute our logic. Understand my question and answer. What is the method or what is the initial point of custom thread to run logic. Start method meant for starting the thread. Okay, na? That Jamana over. Now the new Jamana started. Okay. New question I'm asking. Listen my question and answer. Okay, let me give clue. How can I start the thread? By using start method. Call the start method. Start method is started. Custom thread is started. How can I run my logic in the custom thread? Hey, I'm asking simple question. How can we start custom thread? By calling? How can I run my logic in the custom thread? None, why are you seeing me seriously? Answer. Everyone, come on, try. I want to deposit. Method name is what? Deposit. I want to withdraw. I want run. That's all. Second question completed. For the first question, how can I start the custom thread? Create thread class object and call. How can I run my logic in custom thread? By using question. I should call run method. I should define run method. Excellent. Super. If you call run method, where the run method is executed? In main thread. Where you call run method? In main method. If you call run method in main method, is logic executed in main thread. Then where is the concurrent flow of execution? Are you guys understand? Why I'm keep on saying that main thread initial point is a main. Custom thread initial point is run. That means who is calling run method? You are calling a JVM will call a. Who is calling main method? JVM. Who is calling run method? JVM. When JVM call main method? When JVM calls main method. When I run Java command. When JVM calls run method. When we call why you guys are looking at me when I'm asking question? Look at the board, answer will be there. Kumri fellows, turn board side. Turn board side, fully. Only look at the board, don't look at my face. If you look at my face, clearly I have drawn the diagram, confusion masters. Repeat again. JVM calls main method when you run the class by using JVM calls run method when we call start method. When I call start method, JVM doing two activities. First, create the custom thread. Second, calls a run method. Tell me, when I run Java command, JVM is doing two activities. Number one, start the main thread. Number two, call the main method. Start the main thread, call run method. I say call main method. Same way, when we run the start method, when we call start method, it is doing two activities. Number one, create the custom thread. Number two, call run method. Okay, na? Yes. Understood? Yes. Tell me, what is the initial point of main thread? What is the initial point of custom thread? Huh? I will go from here. Again, I'm asking, try to understand. What is the initial point of execution of main thread? Okay, na? Not Java command. Okay. Now, second, what is the initial point of execution of custom thread? Run method. Start method nahi hai. Okay. Start method to start the thread. After starting thread, execution will start. Okay. Start method is a kick rod of the bike. You started bike. Now the bike wanted to run. How it will run? Just by starting accelerator. That accelerator is run method. Samajh mein aaya? Abhi tak nahi? Aaya. Now, along with the bike, your body should go, na? What is your body? M1 method, M2 method, M3 method. Tell me, if you want to go on that bike, you have to attach your body to the bike. Okay, na? That means you have to call your M1 method. Inside which method? Don't look at my face. Look at the board. Next, again, if you look at my face, I'll, break your head. Everyone, look at the board and find answers on the board. Don't look at my face. Repeat again. Last time asking question. If you give wrong answer or slow answers, madre. Okay? Come on. What is the initial point of execution of main thread? Look at board. Hey. Don't reply. Only look at the board. Tell me. What is the initial point of execution of main thread? Main method is called by JVM because of Java command. Second question. What is the initial point of custom thread execution? Run method is called by programmer JVM. JVM call run method because of start method. Start method call, not start method definition. Two things are there. Start method call, start method definition. Start method call. If I want to execute logic in main thread, I should place the logic inside. Why you are not listening question properly? Why you are seeing my face again? Look at the board. Don't look at my face. Okay, I'll move that side, this side. None of your business. Only look at the board. Okay. Everyone look at board. Don't look at my face. Answers are not there on my face. Again repeating. Arey Babu, that's okay. Playing in mobile. 2 minutes. After that, you have plenty of time. Okay. After class, you can reply. You want to see how many messages are coming to my mobile? Shall I also sit there and okay na? Okay na? Shall I also play in mobile and reply while explaining? Topic is horrible, making you more horrible. Now listen. What question I have to ask? Tell me. What is the question? How to change? I want to execute logic in main thread. Where I should place? I want to execute logic in custom thread. Where I should place? Now my question. Run method is called by? In which class run method available? Come on. JVM calls main method. I'm explaining, listen. I didn't ask you answer, okay? JVM calls main method from the class we are running. Yes. Okay, na? Now, JVM calls run method from which class? You have to question yourself. JVM call run method when start method call. Start method is called by using thread object. Okay, what the answer? Run method is execute. JVM calls run method from start method current object class. Okay, na? Yes. Repeat again. JVM calls run method from start method current object class. How do we know what is the start method current object? Just look at the start method call. Start method dot before referenced variable pointing to which object? That means start run JVM calls the run method of which class? Thread class. Clear? Tell me. Run method is available in which class now? Thread class. I want to run my own logic in the custom thread. Then I have to place my logic inside run method, na? Then do one thing. Open thread.java file given by Sun Microsystem. Search run method. Then write your logic inside the run method. Compile thread.java file. Place in JDK software. Then come to your main method. Run test class. Then JVM load test thread class from JDK software, na? Then inside run method, you have your own logic, right? Yes. Then that logic loaded into custom thread and executed. Correct? No. Yes or no? No? Again, why you are changing your answer? And I am threatening you, so you are changing your answer. And then why you are changing yes, sir? Come on, think. Again, repeating question. I want to execute my logic in the custom thread. To execute my logic in the custom thread, I have to place logic in run method. Run method is available in which class? Thread class. Then where I have to write logic? Go to thread class, place your logic in run method and compile the thread class and then place the dot class in JDK software, run your class so that your logic executed or not. Right procedure, wrong procedure. From the inheritance chapter onwards, we are learning one point. What is that? If the given logic of a class method not satisfying your requirement, don't touch that logic. You have to create new class deriving from this existing class, override that method or extend that method. That is what the principle of inheritance and polymorphism. Don't touch existing class because existing class logic is common to all classes in the project. If you disturb it, other classes are also to get disturbed. So you write your own logic and then create a class deriving from that class. Understand? Yes. Tell me now. What is the right procedure to create a custom thread? Just creating thread class object and call start method. Is it sufficient? No. If I create custom thread created or not? Custom thread created or not? Custom thread created, run method logic execution started, but is our logic executing? No. Tell me, what is the problem in this first approach? In this approach, I cannot execute our own logic in the custom thread. Then what is the solution to this problem? Override. We should create our own class deriving from thread class, override run method, and place the logic in run method. Clear? Yes. Just by creating class from thread class, is custom thread ready? No. No. We have to override run method. Just by override and run method, is a custom thread ready? No. Our logic is ready to run in the custom thread. But when custom thread is ready? Correct. When we call start method. How to call start method? I should create object of which class? If we create object of thread class, run method execute from thread class. You want to execute run method from thread class or subclass? Then whose object you have to create? Subclass object I have to create. That's what the why you will learn. Eat method non-veg you want to execute, then which object I have to create? Student or person? If we create person, vegetarian will come. I'm asking object, not reference variable. I'm asking object. Tell me now. When we call start method requires the JVM to call run method of current object. What the current object? Thread. Then first step, thread is created. Second step, run method is loaded and executed from run start thread class. Point number 1. Understood? Right. Now let me run this code. Here I am writing a message. System.out.println. Double quotes, main star. Hey, where are you going? Main end. Save it. Control F11. We'll get message only main start, main end. Because the run method executed from thread class, there is no SOPLN to show you the run executed. Okay. Now tell me, is it a right way of creating custom thread? No. Because we are unable to execute our logic, then I'm going to the next program, test02. And tell me, here I should create my own class called my thread. Okay. Extends from thread. Public void run. Run is a very plain method. No return type. No parameter, no exception. It's a plain, simple program. And then system.out.println and double quotes, run, executed. Tell me. Now I am writing here, main, system.out.println double quotes, main, executed. Tell me, if I run this program, can you see run executed message? No. Why? I have not request the JVM to execute run. When you run control F11, what happened? Java test02. I requested JVM only to run test class main method. That's all. Then we'll get output only main executed. Samajh mein aaya? More 10 minutes. Multi-threading chapter fully about to complete. Are you coming along with me? Now I want to execute run method. What to do? I have to call run method. Should I call run method directly? I should call run method via start method. Further, I have to create object of which class? My thread empty1 equal to by creating my thread object. By creating my thread object, is run method executed? By creating my thread object, what is ready? Just a thread object ready. Output is what? Main executed. Then now empty1 dot run a starter. Start I should write. Run. If I call run method execute. Come on. Nowadays I'm not scolding anything. I'm very cool person. And tell me, that's your problem, not my problem. I covered my points. Okay. And tell me, start method, I'm calling by using empty1. You want execute run method in main thread or in a custom thread? To execute run method in custom thread, I have to call via start. Now, dekho, run executed message will come or not? Everyone answer. Output you will see run executed, main executed, or main executed, run executed. I gave two options, choose one option. Run executed, main executed, or main executed, run executed. Sir, executed, why this nonsense? Let me remove, pronunciation is very tough. Simply main or run, tell me. Output will be run main or main run. Output is? Why run main? So, explain why main run. I said wait. Why? Your answer is wrong. When your answer is wrong, you have to analyze why your answer is wrong. What is the correct way of thinking, right? Tell me why. Thinking. Why you are thinking? I already explained. JVM entered into which thread now? Until main thread execution completed, how it can go to the other thread? When JVM will go to other thread to execute? Only when main thread is passed. Is main thread passed? Then why it will go to other thread? That is what concurrent flow. If because of start call, if it is going to the run method and to execute, then it is a concurrent flow, not sequential flow. You want sequential? Hey, I am explaining. All you guys understand why got main run? Because you call start, if run is executed immediately, then it become what? Sequential flow. I'll go back to the JVM now. Tell me now. So when you run test class, okay, first JVM started, thread object is created for main thread is started. Let me delete all these things. Let me start freshly from here. Tell me. So when we start Java test, now JVM started. Inside JVM, runtime data areas are created into main thread class loaded. Then in heap area, thread object created for main thread. Then main thread execution started by loading main method. Then inside main method, you created my thread empty1 equal to new my thread. Bacha. Main method will not come. Sorry. Okay, main thread is ready. Now JVM loads test class. All are following? Tomorrow onwards, everything on array, no diagrams. Test 02, what will come? Main. Then main method execution started. Main is loaded here. And then inside main method, first statement is what? Empty1 created. Now, new keyword. Looking for my thread class inside method area, not available. Requesting JVM to load. JVM requesting class loader to load. JVM class loader loading my thread class and making it as a subclass of thread class. Right? And then here what method is there? Run. Is run method immediately going? No. That's all. Then after class loading, new keyword creates thread object here reference 1010. Tell me, this is which class object? Thread class object or my thread class object? My thread is a subclass of thread. Na? Then inside my thread class memory. Thread is a subclass of object. All these three memory regions. My thread, and this is what? Thread, and this is object. Now inside thread class, we have a variable called name. In that name variable, this thread object name is stored. I am writing shortcut thread-0, th-0. Okay, na? There is no space, that's why I'm writing th0. Then now 1010 stored inside main point. Because of this statement, what happened? Thread is ready. This is the main JVM. Next up, empty1.start. When I call empty1.start, start method, starting the custom thread. No. Start method is giving this empty1 object reference. What is the empty1 object reference? 1010. To whom? JVM. Then JVM stores the 1010 object reference with its memory. That's all. Understood? Everyone say that start method start the custom thread. Start method start the custom thread. No. Start method will not start the custom thread. Start method handovers the current object reference to the JVM. That's it. Its job is only that much. After giving that object to JVM, now its job is over. It is coming back. And continuing with next line. All people are feeling that start method calls the run method. No. If a start method calling run method, it will become sequential flow. Yes or no? Yes. For example, inside main method, I call M1 method. Inside M1 method, if I have M2 method call, then from M1 method control go to M2 method, it becomes sequential flow, na? Yes. M1, M2 both are executing where? Main thread. Tell me, start method logic is executing in custom thread or in main thread? Start method logic executing in main thread or custom thread? Where is custom thread? You are constructing house. You are inside the house, outside of the house. What you are telling? You are inside house, you are constructing house. How is it possible? Right? There is no custom thread. How the start method logic executed in custom thread? Okay, no. Tell me, you call start method. Start method logic is executed in which thread? Main thread. Okay, from the main method start you call. What is the job of start method? Create custom thread? No. Start method. Start method gives the current thread object reference to JVM and coming back. That's all. Its job is done and then coming back. Nowadays, I'm learning dance along with my son also. Okay. So I'll start doing when I stop here. Don't use your brain, ra. Simple. So simple topic. If you don't use your brain, topic is very simple and easily you'll understand. If you are excess using your brain, internet is getting fried. And finally, what is output will come? Smoke will come. Okay. Already you people are in full confusion. Seriously, I'm telling to all the students, don't use your brain because today topic is completely new. Already ask a question. In this chapter, what are learning? How to write logic, how to run the logic. Then learn. Without learning, why you are putting the questions? Did I ask you use your brain? Actually, today, am I allowing you to ask questions? In middle of, if you are entering to answer, I'm shouting at you. Silently sit and listen and answer. When I ask, then only ask the question I'm saying. Right? That means this is that much confusion topic. Lot of internal zigzag is there. Kamara Babu, don't raise any questions. Don't break my flow. If you break the flow, then problem will come. What the job of start method? Everyone tell me. Requesting the JVM to start custom thread by giving its current object to it. Start method gives current object reference to the JVM, request the JVM to start custom thread. When you call start method, custom thread started or not started? Immediately not started. Immediately not started. Clear? When I call start method, run method internally called. Don't see my face, I said, look at the board, Anna. Answer there on the board. When I call start method, is run method called internally? Start method doesn't call run method internally. Inside start method, body open bracket, closed bracket. Inside run method call is there or not there? Who will call run method? JVM will call run method. When? Currently running thread method logic execution is passed or completed. Currently, which method running? Main method. Main method execution passed? No. Completed? No. Start method execution finished. What is the job of start method? Start the custom thread? No. Request the JVM, come back. Its job completed. Then it's back to the main method. Then go to the next line. Next line is what? SOPL and main. So output coming on the console, what? Main. All you guys understand why you are getting main first? Next statement. After SOPL completed, control is coming out of the main method. Na? That means main thread execution is completed. Now JVM free, na? Yes. When main thread execution completed, will JVM shut down immediately? No. Earlier? Yes. Earlier, yes. Okay. For example, now your friend is driving the bike, you are there backside. Now he reached the destination. Then he is stopping the bike and then putting the stand and going. He is waiting for you to get down from the bike, na? Once the main method execution completed, JVM immediately not destroying. It is looking into its memory. Are there any threads waiting to start and execute? Are there any threads? Now JVM will go, hello, my dear 1010 thread, Aja Raja. Okay, now custom thread is created with a thread-0. Next, by using this object dot, it will call run. Who? JVM. First step, it creates a thread. Second step, it call run method. 1010 is what object? My thread. Then it will go to my thread, collect the run method logic loaded here and execute it. Am I giving more explanation and confusing you? Then output you are getting what? Run. This is the actual flow of execution of a program. Came to your brain? Yes. Shall I teach Amirpet? Main point understood, na? Amirpet now. Okay? You should know Amirpet also. Yes. Custom thread is ready to Executed or ready to execute? So according to Amirpet, according to Java learners, faculties, YouTube authors, and all Java people, the terminology is, what happened when I call start method? Is custom thread immediately created, immediately run method call? No. When I call start method, the custom thread is ready to execute. That means immediately ready to execute. What the meaning of that ready to execute? Ready to execute. Beyond ready to execute, if you go, students will get confused. I don't care you are confusing or not. I will say complete statement. If you want to understand, understand. Otherwise, remove everything from your brain, follow Amirpet style. What is that? Ready to execute. If inter ask a question, what is ready to execute? Ready to execute. Okay. What is the meaning of ready to execute? When you call start method, start method submit the current thread object reference to JVM, request the JVM to start the custom thread and coming back. That is called ready to execute. Everyone understand? Yes. Really? Yes. Two questions shall I ask again? Yes. Will start method create custom thread? No. Will start method causes custom thread creation? Yes. Amma, thanks, Prabhu. Okay. Whom it is causing? JVM. No. Thread scheduler. Thread scheduler. Tell me. If you don't understand something, are you asking Naresh sir? About whom you are asking? Faculty. Your faculty. Your faculty is scheduling your classes and taking, right? Your classes are running by whom? HK. Nothing about faculty. That faculty, the special program in the JVM that runs the threads is called what? Thread scheduler. Who is responsible for running the threads? Means schedule the threads, run the threads, thread scheduler. How can I request the thread scheduler? Schedule my thread and run it by calling start method. Tell me, what is the functionality of the start method? Start method is used for causing thread scheduler to start our custom thread, run the logic in the custom thread via run method. Is it clear my point? Yes. When you call start method, is custom thread immediately started? No. We are just requesting the thread scheduler to start the custom thread. Will thread scheduler will start the thread immediately? No. It's waiting for this thread turn. It's waiting for its turn. Turn means what? Already in the processor. Main thread is running na. When I am already running the class in this classroom, other faculty and students can come here. I have to finish my execution and then go out. Then only other faculties can come inside. Everyone understand? So when the thread will be executed, when its turn occur. What the meaning of its turn occur? When the already running thread execution is passed or completed, then the new thread get a chance to execute. Second question: do we have run method call inside start method? No. Run method calling statement is available with the JVM software. How JVM knows from which class run method to execute? That's what JVM start method submitted current object. All points are clear? Yes. Every point is there in the material. Will you read and understand? Yes. I make you knowledge. By reading all the points in the material, you become experience. Clear? Yes. Will you try this program in your system compulsory? And read all the points? Yes. JVM architecture diagram also there in your material. Okay? Every point what I am teaching here, word by word is there. Just it is your responsibility to study and understand. Okay, now my question. What is the output of this program? Main run. Always main run. Is it always main run? When custom thread execution is started, when currently running thread execution is passed, maybe the moment when I call start method, immediately at line number 13, main thread execution may be passed. So I'm not pausing now. How is it passed? Assume maybe. Okay, now assume understand the point. That's all. Okay. Maybe you will sleep in the class. Why I will sleep, sir? Yesterday night I have full sleep, sir. I have full rest because of my voice, maybe. Yes or no? Yes. You know, faculty voice is more sweeter than your mummy voice. In childhood, your mother is singing one song to make you sleep. Once the faculty started, super. Okay. But yeah, tell me now. Maybe at the line number 13, main thread is went to sleep. Then next line executed? No. JVM also sleeping? JVM take a chance to run custom. So will you get always main run? No. Maybe main run, maybe run main. Okay, na? Maybe main run or maybe run main. If you keep run this program 100 times, maybe in one turn you will get run main. Lucky batch not coming. Previous batch I got that answer also. Okay. Up to now understand? So tell me, Bhaiya, what is the main task in multi-threading chapter? Creating custom thread is the main task. Multi-threading chapter, 2 tasks, right? What are the 2 tasks? Creating custom thread, running our logic in the custom thread, right? As part of the multi-thread program coding I'm asking, what is the main task? Don't see my face, look at the board. Answer there on the board. Why you are using your brain? Don't stress your brain. In multi-thread program, I have only used 2 methods. Start method call, run method overriding, right? Answer. Which task is the main task? Calling start method is the main task. What is the main task of the multi-thread programmer in the multi-threading chapter? Overriding run method is the main task. Understand? Without overriding run method by calling start method, what the use of it? Our logic will not execute, na? So tell me, every question you must answer in the multi-threading chapter around run method only, na? Every answer you have to prepare around run method. Now answer my question. How many ways we can create custom thread? If enter ask a question, how many ways we can create custom thread? Your target is creating thread object and calling start method, overriding run method. Your answer should go around run method. Because you are creating custom thread to execute our logic in custom thread, na? And tell me, how many ways we can create custom thread? 2 ways. Number 1, extending from thread class. Your target is what? Overriding run method. Where run method is available? In a thread class. Look at here. Thread class, where it is getting run method? Is run method is its own method? No. It is implementing run method from runnable interface. Runnable is a which type of interface? There are 3 types of interfaces are there. Marker interface, functional interface, business interface. What is a marker interface? An empty interface is called marker interface. No methods, no abstract methods. It's just empty. Just interface name, open bracket, closed bracket. That is what is called marker interface. Sir, what the use of marker interface? Next chapters. Just remember this word. Next point. We have second type of interface called functional interface. What is a functional interface? An interface that contains only one abstract method is called what? Functional interface. Functional interface is also called SAM. Not heroine Sam Samantha. Okay, na? SAM, S-A-M, SAM means single abstract method interface. Marker interface, single abstract method interface. An interface that contains only one abstract method is called functional interface. The next, what the meaning of normal interface or business interface? An interface that represents the business object, declare multiple operations of that object is called what? Business interface or normal interface. Simply an interface that contains more than one abstract method and representing one main type of an object, then we call it as what? Business interface or normal interface. Clear? Everyone understand? Tell me, in our previous chapters, we worked with the what interfaces? Normal interfaces are business interfaces, right? Animal, vehicle, what do you call a sim, right? We all work with what? Normal business interfaces. Now we should also deal with what? Marker interfaces. Tell me, runnable interface is a marker interface or functional interface? Up to Java 8 version and up to Java 7 version, I was crying in Amirpet to prove runnable interface is not a marker interface. But there are some faculties are telling runnable interface is a marker. There is a big debate in the social media, means websites also. Some faculties will say, array marker interface means no method interface, empty interface. But some people say marker interface can also contain methods. Then why you are calling it as a marker? Marker meant for what? Marking, not forcing. If your interface is forcing to implement some operations, then we should not call it as marker. Catch my point? If you want to call something is a marker interface, it is meant for only providing type to the subclass. That's it. Array, this object is of my type. For example, you take auto closable. Auto closable is a marker interface? No, it is a functional interface forcing you to implement close method. When I should say something is a marker interface, it will not force you to implement any method. It just provide the type to you to recognize your object is a special object in some operations. For example, serialization is a special operation. That logic you don't write. Other programmer writing logic. To that logic, I want to send my object. That logic is accepted only if your object is of what type? Serializable. Tell me, to make your object as a serializable object, should you write any logic? No, already logic is there. If you wanted to eat idli in one hotel, are you going and preparing idli? No. Idli already prepared, na? Then what you should do? You should go into that hotel to perform an operation called eat idli. For that you need one token. Na? The token is what? Marker interface. If you have the token with you, then only idli is served to you and you are allowed to eat. If token not there, you will be thrown out from the hotel, right? You are just walking that side, this side. People will watch, hey, kya kar rahe hain idhar? Just walking. Is it a park to walk? Get out. So what is the marker interface here? That token. Now, because the token is available with you, now you will consider as what? Eater. You are a eater. Then you go and eat the food available in the hotel. Is it clear? By taking this token, are you implementing any operation? No. You are going into one operation to execute. Clear my point? So, runnable is a marker interface or runnable is a functional interface. How can I say it is a functional interface? Because it is not a empty. I have to write the logic to the method called run. From Java 8 version onwards, I am so feeling happy. I no need to fight with anybody. Sun Microsystem only telling, runnable is a functional interface, not marker interface. Why? Because there is an annotation added at the rate functional interface. So there onwards, the people are shut up their mouth and are now following me. To satisfy their ego, after Java 8 they started using, they used to say, runnable interface is a marker and functional interface. Because previous batch students already there in the market. No, if suddenly answer is changed, there is some problem will come. That's a slowly, few 3 batches completed. Now people are stopped using the word runnable is a marker. People are saying only function because proof is there. So what is the runnable interface? It is a functional interface. It contains only one abstract method called run. Run method is used for implementing logic to execute in custom thread. Runnable interface is used for supplying the logic to execute in custom thread. Got my point? Again repeating. Runnable interface is used for supplying the logic to execute in custom thread. How to supply the logic to execute in custom thread? Create a class implementing runnable interface and implement run method. Write your own logic. Now let's try now. Now the second approach I'm trying to tell you. Hello. Eclipse, sir. and to sleep. Time up, no? 7:50. Yeah, message. Those messages, I don't care. You scold me, then I will care. You praise me because I know about myself. That's right. Hello, क्या हुआ? Generally, my system is very nice system. When time up, it will warn me. Hello, time up. Okay. Everyone got idea of multi-threading? So whenever I say multi-threading, what you should visualize? I am not asking definition. I am asking what you visualize. Run, no, start. That's it. When I say multi-threading, you have to remember only two things. What is that? Run, no, start. Get up. Katham. Override run method, call start method. Then chapter over. How simple it is. Which laptop do you use? My laptop. Hey, I am not asking you questions. One student post a question, which laptop you are using? I am using my laptop. My thread laga, my laptop. Hey, ఏంట్రా ఇది సెలక్షన్ కూడా రావట్లేదు. Look at here, guys. Tester 0203. What I should write? Class my runnable. What is runnable? Then extends implement. Then why are saying extend? My runnable implements runnable. Why I am getting error? Why I am getting error here? Public. When you derive a class from an interface, its abstract method must implement. I didn't implement run method. That's why error message. Okay. Now run method implementation. What logic, right? System dot out dot print double quotes run. Okay, now? Then is that run method automatically executed by JVM? What is the output of this program? Next, If you want execute run, what should I do? My runnable MR equal to new my runnable. My runnable is a interface or class? Interface. Can I create object of the class? If I create object, is run method executed? No. I have to call directly via starter. If I call directly, any compile time error, any runtime error, run method executed in main thread. Run method executed in main thread sequentially. You want sequential flow now, concurrent flow now. So you have to call via start method. Did I ask you? Did I ask you? Then why you are answering? Ask inside, answer inside. Okay. When I ask you, answer outside. Look at it. Why I'm getting error? When I call start method, compiler searching for that method inside my runnable class, not available. Searching in extends object. This class is subclass of object, na? In object class also, start method not available. Implementing runnable not available. That's why you throwing error. If you are not allowed to call start method, how can I start custom thread? I wanted to run our logic inside custom thread, na? Runnable interface is used for supplying the logic to execute in custom thread. Supplying the logic to custom thread to execute in custom thread. Supply means argument. Supply means argument. Tell me, if you want to start custom thread, I must call start. Where start method is available in thread class. Create thread class object. Thread th equal to new thread. Observe, there is a constructor that takes runnable as argument. Na? If we create object by using no param constructor, run method is executed from which class? Thread class. You want to execute run method from thread class or from my runnable class? To execute my runnable class, your my runnable object you have to supply, na? So which constructor I have to use now? Runnable parameter constructor I should use by passing what? MR. Then I have to call what? th dot. Tell me. Now when I call start method make custom thread ready to execute. Okay, tell me the flow of execution, JVM architecture, visualize yourself. Now main thread started, main method loaded, my runnable class is loaded, object created, thread class object is created by passing MR object as the argument, and then when I call start method makes the thread object ready to execute. Then go to next line, completes main. Now JVM is free, there is no thread. Then it is looking into its memory. Is there any thread is ready to execute? Yes. Then it will start the custom thread from which object? Thread object. Thread is created, and now run method is loaded into thread from where? My runnable, and output is coming as what? Run. What is the output? Main and run. So tell me, how many ways we can create custom thread? 2 ways. Number 1, extending from thread, implementing from runnable. Extending from thread, 3-step process. Implementing from runnable interface, 4 steps. What are the 3 steps of extending from thread? Create a class, deriving from thread class. Step number 1. Step number 2, override run method. Can I add here @ override? Mandatory or optional? If I don't write @ override, is it considered as a overriding method? Yes. If the signature is same, it's considered as overriding. Next. First step, create a class extending from thread. Second step, override run method. Third step, calls create thread class object, create the subclass object, and call start method using this object. That's all. What are the steps we should follow in implementing runnable interface? Step number 1, create a class deriving from runnable interface. Implement run method. Interface method should not call override, you should call implement. Implement run method. Third step, create implementation class object. Also create thread object by passing implementation object, call start method. These are the 4 steps. Clear my point? What is the actual way of creating custom thread? Thread class object. Create thread class object and call start method. Actually, how many ways we can create custom thread? One way. Only one way, by using thread class. Again repeating. Actually, what the direct way of creating custom thread? Only one way, by using thread class. Create thread class object and call start method. But it's a, in this approach, I cannot execute our logic in the custom thread. For that, we must override run method. Run method is available in 2 classes. So conclusion is, to create a custom thread and overriding run method, we have to follow 2 approaches. Creating custom thread, 1 approach. But to override run method, 2 approaches. So if interviewer asks a question, how many ways we can create custom thread? Don't tell number 1 or 2 or 3. It's the most confusion question. Okay, now everybody have their own answers. That's why simple answer. How many ways we can create custom thread? Don't tell number. Simply say, we can create custom thread by using thread class object and call start method. But in this approach, we cannot execute our logic. To execute our logic in custom thread, we should override run method. Hence, to create a custom thread, to override run method to execute logic in custom thread, we have 2 approaches. Number 1, extend from thread class, implementing from runnable interface. This is the way you have to answer to the question. Clear my point?
Yes.
Will you practice all these points in the material?
Yes, sir.
If you practice these 2 programs from the material, tomorrow we will try to develop an assignment and we'll go for the next points. Today we understood how to create 1 custom thread. Tomorrow I'll teach you how to create multiple custom threads, and then we will develop our bank project. Bank project by using multi-threading chapter. Clear? Don't miss tomorrow class. Thank you. That's all for today.